Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to Tarot Noir. And I am your intuitive tarot reader, TAB. You already know what time it is. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Tarot Noir. If you're new and you like the content, make sure you like the content, like, share, subscribe, and also click that notification bell so you will be notified when I drop another video. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I hope everybody's well. I hope your manifestations is coming true. I hope you're safe. I hope your health is well. Welcome back to Tarot Noir. You already know what time it is. The light is blue. You already know I'm going to get right into it, okay? My channel is for adults only, and all readings on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, okay? You guys, oh, I don't even want to do this, but I gotta do it, okay? Uh, the light is blue. You already know what this reading is about. Chrisean rocks. She crashes out. Oh, let me put my little oil on. But yeah, she crashes out because Blueface goes on to 20v1 and says something about her kid and talks about the lady, I guess the lady that he was talking to said that I guess he told her, I can't date you because you look like my son. That really hurt Sean. She felt some kind of way about it. Any mother would, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna, and before we get into the spiel, I'm gonna also say this. I got a lot of uh feedback or slack about my Blueface video. Okay, I said what I said. Okay, a lot of people are not going to agree at the perspective that I'm reading the reading and doing the readings. That's fine. That's dandy. Um, but to say that somebody's fake because you don't like the message, then my channel is not for you. Okay. So just understand that this is just a perception reading. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Okay. I pick up images. I pick up what's beyond the card. Okay. And it's a gift. It's been a gift. And I got it from my grandmother. Okay, the ability to see certain things in a new perspective or to put things together. She was a master at that. And I was blessed that she blessed me with that gift. So when you say that I'm fake because you don't like the message or like the reading, um, I just think that you're just not somebody that I would want on my channel anyway. So I removed that person, but just understand this is a perception. This is not set in stone. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. And I say that, but I am going to keep it 100 on how I'm feeling and what I'm picking up on. And if you don't like the messages, don't watch the channel. But what you say is not going to stop me. Okay. It's not going to stop my channel. All right. We will continue to do that. You sweat it off. You move forward. That's the thing about YouTube. People are not going to like your content. There's people that's going to criticize your content. I put it out there. People are welcome to have their own opinion. Okay. But when you start saying, oh, you fake because you don't like the message or what I picked up on, I think you overstepping your boundaries. And if you felt that way and you felt tarot was fake, you wouldn't be looking for tarot readings about a particular celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So just, whatever y'all say, I respect it. But when you start coming from me, I'm going to have to block you. Okay. So let's get into the reading. Let's go ahead and cleanse the energy here. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Okay. Yeah. A crash out. I mean, what did you guys expect? Did y'all expect her to be happy about what he said on 20v1? Like any parent would be upset that they would say that or make a reference to that, especially to their children. I like to go ahead and thank my passed on loved ones, my spiritual guides, my spiritual deities, my spiritual warriors. Thank you for placing these boundaries in my life to remove negative people, negative entities, and negative monitoring spirits. Keep those who have no good intentions for me or my viewers at bay. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the lessons that I've been taught. Thank you for my prosperity and abundance. And we are one. Um, any parent would be fucking mad if, the other parent said something like that about their kid. All right. So Let's go straight into the reading. I'm starting off with the shadow deck. My subscribers that that have been my day ones, they already know this is the deck I pull for them all the time. And this is about Chrisean's crash out. You know, what we don't know behind the scenes. The Hazel E situation. You know, let's see. What's the energy with Chrisean? Agent of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. Okay. The Knight making a move. Emotional. This is an emotional hit. She didn't like that shit. This is, this is the Six of Arms. That's the Six of Swords. Moving on or moving towards something or someone. Okay. Two of Zant. Options, different options. Two of Pentacles. What to do, moving towards, moving away from this, but what to do. And there's the Love card. Yeah, of course, of course. I never said in any of my readings that their relationship was going to be a piece of pie because they're going to continue to deal with each other. That is the roller coaster of Chrisean Rock and Blueface. It's nothing new. This is nothing new. This is the roller coaster. Do I agree with what she said on live in reference to Blueface's life? No, I disagree. She should not have done this. Okay? She should not have even said that. Okay? That was crossing the line. That was definitely crossing the line. They both said horrible things, but you don't say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? On the live like that, you know? So I'm totally against that move, you know? In my opinion, it's just going to create more problems for her at the end. And then, as you know, Carlissa already came out on IG talking about they put a restraining order on her. She can't come nowhere near their family. So, yeah, this is an option of love, okay? I do have the Six of Cups here. It's almost giving the energy, should I stay, should I go? You know, apology here. There's an apology here. Behind the scenes, Six of Cups. This is the apology card of the deck. And a message here. A message. Apprentice of Vials. I feel a major manipulation here. Like I said before, I really feel like Lemmy is behind the scenes with Blueface pulling the strings to make this girl go crazy. Okay? I'm not putting all the blame on Lemmy, and I'm not putting all the blame on Blueface. I am saying that there is a manipulation tactic here. Okay? Okay? Lemmy still feels some sort of way about Chrisean. Okay? And about the filming. Okay? So, yeah, of course. Blueface knows Chrisean like the back of his hand. He knows if he goes on these interviews and start bashing the son and start talking shit and doing that, he's pulling on those heartstrings. It's a manipulation tactic. It's almost like a narcissist tactic. In my opinion, I strongly feel like, you know, this is going to be a roller coaster. And not only that, but you pulling on her heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't agree. They don't support Chrisean Rock because of how she take care of her child, and she's criticized every damn day. She did say that she was going to take a break from Instagram. You know, that's fucking understandable. But yeah, of course she still loves Blueface. Of course. I mean, of course. Everybody's going to know that. Now, this happy ending, I don't see that. But there is some sort of message of an apology. But I just feel, let me ask, is this apology fabricated for some sort of alternative motive for her? Is this a fabricated? Yeah. Six of Pentacles. Okay, that's the giving card. Normally in the Rider-Waite deck, you'll have a hand with pentacles and another hand underneath as if someone's giving them the pentacles. The pentacles is the suit of money. So this is like trying to balance out the scales. And then the ending card is the Five of Arms. Okay, you see the man being stabbed in the leg, and then there's 3 other knives at the bottom. There's 2 people in the back. So this is like holding out, not telling, not saying something, not being truthful about everything. And then the ending card is 10 of arms with the lady in, in the street with the knives in the back, being betrayed. This is the ultimate betrayal card. This is the ultimate rock bottom card. This is the ultimate, destruction of your life, tower moment, breakdown. This is a manipulation tactic on Blueface and Lemmy. They know what they're doing. And I told y'all, I said, Lemmy is in the background manipulating the situation. He knows how to get Chrisean under control. And they're doing the same 2 steps that they were doing before Blueface went to prison. So it's the same shit. Okay, it's the same fucking shit. It's just a recycled pattern of a karmic situation. They're both karmic. Okay, she's not perfect. I never said that Chrisean Rock is perfect. I said I want her to win. I want her to survive this. I want her to get her life together. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see this girl fail. But the way that they're playing with her heartstrings, this is a backstabbing manipulation situation. Okay, faking an apology message just for her to give in, then to get lied to, and then ultimate betrayal. Okay, this is a manipulation tactic. Okay, and that is the problem, I feel like, with her awakening, because I do still feel she's going through an awakening. And let me tell y'all this, when someone goes through an awakening, it is not pretty. You're face to face with your inner demons, with your inner problems, with your inner childhood wounds, with your inner traumas. Okay, and an awakening is you realizing that something has to change. It doesn't necessarily mean that when you go on this process of changing that it's going to go your way and that it's going to be a piece of cake. An awakening process is the most hardest thing to get through and survive it, because you're faced with your own problems, face to face, your own fears, and you have to face it. Okay. And because of how Chrisean Rock moved when she first hit the scene, she's coming face to face with those inner demons, with how she acted on Zeus Network, with about, the fighting between Carlissa and her sister, all of that. She has to recognize and accept and take accountability for it. So this awakening process, there's no timing on it. The awakening process starts when, oh, I know this dude don't give a damn about my son. That's the awakening process. That's the start. Now she got to face all of this. And guess who's pulling the heartstrings and who's saying shit about her son and doing this and doing that? Blueface is manipulating too. He's a karmic male. She's a karmic female. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. With Blueface, these 3 women are always going to be in his life. It doesn't matter how many women he sleep with. It don't matter if Hazel E come in through the situation. It does not matter. He will always have a connection with Chrisean Rock. He will always have a connection with Jaden Alexis. He will always have a conversation or a connection to Carlissa. Those are the 3 women in his life, and he's not letting them go. It doesn't matter if he dated 20 women, 60 women, 1,000 women. It's always going to come back to those 3 women. One of the 3. It does not matter. So understand that. You know what I mean? Understand that she's coming face to face. She's trying to change. And that resistance is a part of that awakenings process. That resistance of having someone trying to provoke you, talk about your children just to get you antsed up, pulling on your emotions. Where's my knight? Where's my knight? Here's my Knight of Cups right here. Pulling on the emotions. Pulling on the things that matter to this girl. To manipulate her just to backstab her. You know what I'm saying? There's no healing in that. There's no healing in that. It's just going to make matters worse. Okay, so this is the divine. I believe this is the divine celestial tarot. I had to look at the box. Okay, all parties are guilty in my eyes. All parties except for the child. The child is the most innocent right now, and that's who's suffering the most, no matter what the situation is. You know, no matter what the situation is. Okay, so what is to happen? What is coming with them? Knight of Swords. Okay, fast movement. Four of Cups, trying to hold on to something. And then also these cards got words on them. This says courage, stability. Okay. Okay, so we got the Three of Coins. The Three of Pentacles is goals card, and we have the Ace of Swords, which is breakthrough. Okay, that is per this deck. If you took it as the Rider Waite deck, we have some communication here. Fast communication. Four of Coins, holding on to either some money. Okay, it's normally with a guy with a cap on, a king that's holding a pentacle in his lap, and then having two under his feet. Okay, so that's a representation of holding on to something. Then we have the Three of Coins, which is a collective working together, coming together. And this is the Ace of Swords, a breakthrough or the truth being revealed. Okay, this is this whole little setup, this whole fight, this whole Hazel E thing. This came out in the reverse. 10 of Cups, inner happiness. Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. This is the 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups upright is true wish fulfillment. This will not end where she's going to be happy about the decision. And that's why I say that she's in the beginning stages of her awakening, realizing she's going to have to choose between love and herself, getting herself right. These are the two options, either love or her son. Okay. And that's what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to make a decision. And until she does that, a final decision to move on, this will always continue. It will always continue. Carissa's always going to go on the IG. They're all going to go on the IG. They're going to just keep, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until she realizes that this is not it. Co-parent and then move the fuck on. And I just feel like she's just in that stage where she's going to have to make a real decision to stand by. I think she gave him the benefit of the doubt. And then on the DDG live stream, like that was a mess. That was a mess. Cause she coming at DDG Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So there is some prosperity here. If she decides to move forward with something else or get herself out of the situation, just have them co-parent, take love out the situation, she can be very prosperous if she just do that. But it's hard for her because she's in love with Blueface. I mean, it doesn't matter, but until she finds her inner peace and happiness, she will always be going in this cycle. This is just a cycle. You have to let it go. She has to let this go. Okay, she have to. The image that she wants, the true happiness, the true wish fulfillment of her and Blueface actually being together and him not dealing with nobody else, that is not going to happen anytime soon. He is not going to drop everybody else for Chrisean in that way for them to be together at the end. It's not going to happen because he's not going through his awakening. He wants to stay the same. And she has to realize that. And she has to make a better decision for her life and say, you know what? Let me drop him. Let me just drop him and do this shit on my own. He's holding me back. Some people may argue that she's holding herself back. I could say that. You could say that. You could definitely say that because she's very impulsive. But it will never be just her and Blueface. That's what she has to understand. He will always be involved with many other women until he's tired of it. Okay. But with the outcome card being the Ace of Coins and prosperity, there is some money opportunities. If she dropped that if she drop, leave the blue face alone, she can open the door for more opportunities if she just focus on herself and her son. You know, she can if she wanted to, but she's just not there yet. She's emotionally triggered. He pulls on those emotional triggers, you know, and she pulls on his emotional triggers too. It's both ways, you know. Um, I really, this is going to be, this is not going to be ended anytime soon. Let's go into the yin yang. I wanted to do just a quick little reading. I didn't want to be too long because I do got to do my hair real quick. But yeah, this situation, she gotta get that picture out of her mind that it's just gonna be her blue face and the baby. That's not gonna happen. He got too many other situations. She has to let that image and that true happiness, what she wants, that go. If she lets it go, Ace of Coins comes in strong. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't know how the ladies, I don't know how Jade and Alexis do it. I don't know how Chrisean do it to deal with someone or just to deal with a piece of a person. Why deal with a piece of a man when you can have the whole man? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like with between the two ladies, it's like they will never get blue face to themselves. They're Jaden, y'all crash on Chrisean a lot. But Jade is not gonna get nothing better. She's not gonna get nothing better when it comes down to the treatment from Blueface. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where she's gonna get better treatment. He's gonna treat her the same way. We've seen it so many times. You know, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, Jaden gets the better version of him. Nah, it's the same shit. I just don't understand why these women want just a piece. And then you got Hazel E coming in the situation, which is really funny to me because, you know, I'm just like, Hazel E, aren't you like, you older than him, which is cool, but like, you used to be with Cat Williams. Like, don't set yourself up to where Cat Williams put a whole comedy special on you because he's done it before. Like, from Cat Williams to the other guy to Blueface, that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But let's go ahead to the Oracle. The Oracle. Cat Williams will drag her for filth. Will drag her. He's went off on her so many times. But if that's what she wants, I can't believe she just want another piece. So now you got Blueface being split by 3 or 4 different women. None of them are gonna get the whole man. So it's just you competing for what, a piece of a man. It just don't make no sense. Let's get some energy here. Okay. Yin Yang Oracle Masculine. Yeah, this is all about Blueface. Yeah, what about him? Reflection and projection. Yes, of course. He projects his reflection. Of course he does. He's a narcissist. Like, of course. Of course. He projects that negative ass energy. He's only doing stuff to piss her off. So they could get back to the Zeus network check. This is about Lemmy and his money too as well. Okay? This is a manipulation. This is a manipulation tactic. They just doing this just to piss her off. That's all that is. Okay, let's keep going. Reunion soul tie. I'm telling you. This is another round we go. Divine trust and divine timing. Cycles, completion, change. Truth expression. So you already know, like, they'll be back. They'll be back again. And then it's going to be something else. And then the cycle and change. But maybe this time it might be different. That's up to Chrisean to decide if she going to keep playing the game. I would advise the advice here that I would suggest, leave the dude alone. Move on with your life. Open the doors of opportunity. Get some help. You know, get some mental therapy. You know, do some classes for your son and stuff like that. Focus on you and Chrisean Rock Jr. and leave this dude alone. Let him do that with these other women. You don't deserve a piece of a man. You deserve a whole man. So why put yourself through that stress when you ain't got to deal with it? Just cut it off. They put a restraining order. Okay, let me move on and make my money moves then. You know? But reunion, like I said, trust in divine timing. And then eventually somebody's going to get tired of it. Because this is cycles, change, and completion. And the last word on this card is completion. Don't keep going round and round until somebody gets tired of it. But hopefully, Chrisean Rock, gets the help that she needs and move forward in a positive, way. I hope she doesn't crash out anymore and say these things because yes, the lawyers can take what she said on IG and really put a case on her. She has to move smarter. And it's just unfortunate that she don't have the right people around her to really stump that in. Like, you cannot be saying that. They will lock you up for that. Because that's a threat. So it's all about maturity and timing and the situation at hand. That's just what I'm picking up, you guys. Drop down in the comments. That concludes the reading, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Tomorrow we're definitely going to be reading more on Trump because a lot has changed, and plus the vote is this week for the release of the Epstein file, so I'm definitely going to do a reading tomorrow night, okay? But that concludes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Drop down in the comments. I'd like to hear your feedback. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.